Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Nestree tribe, here in the nest building experimental update of Niche version 0.2.2, and we are facing down a predator right now. So we left off last time with little Sakar, who I was really kind of disappointed with in the beginning when he was born with double no paw, chasing down a predator, and it actually turns out that he is a bit of a hero already. He is really stunning. I actually love the darker brown coloring that we have on a lot of the creatures on this particular island, but Sakar has been doing a really good job of trying to help his father, quirky, to discover a whole bunch of grass and gather up nesting material, because Isla, the current lead female that we have in Nestree tribe, was trying to build a new nest. Her old nest got a little bit damaged, and the next thing you know, it broke apart into tons of little pieces. Not a good thing, not very helpful. So her mate, quirky, was off trying to gather up the nesting material to bring back to her so that they could have more children and give Sakar a sibling of some type. And then they heard an interesting rustling in the grasses, and that is when we met Seri. We actually do have a Seri, and I hope that she's going to be okay. We did lick her so that hopefully she would stop bleeding, but it seems like she's bleeding again. And we actually got her pregnant out of the blue with Sakar's child. So we're really hoping that she'll have a healthy baby and that she'll live long enough to have her baby. We only have one nest on the island right now, and Sheila is actually taking up that nest with her mate Step. So I'm really worried that we're going to end up losing some of our creatures, especially because it's so early in, but we're running out of nesting material. But we're going to do our best and try to keep the Nestree tribe alive for as long as possible. There may potentially, if I can't keep everybody alive because we run out of nest, be a chance we'll have to start Nestree tribe version 2. Cough, cough. But we'll see what happens. All right, so what do we have in the mutation menu right now? Lean body and normal eyes. And we have Sheila, who has got, let's see, short-sighted eyes and blind eyes. That's not very good. And Step, who has normal eyes and short-sighted eyes, sitting in the nest right now. And so that the child that she's about to have is going to be their child. So I think normal eyes definitely needs to be in there. And I think I need to put in, let's see, she has claw and no paw, and he has runner's leg and no paw, and she also has cracker jaw, doesn't she? So let's make sure cracker jaw will hopefully be passed on to their offspring, so that way they'll be able to eat the nuts that are under this tree. So we're going to start there, and then we're actually going to have Sakar, who fell in love with Seri over here, just a sudden whirlwind romance as he grabbed her and threw her into the grasses and told her to run for her life. We're going to see if Sakar is going to be the warrior we never imagined he could be and take on this predator. So, lots of things going on. Are you guys ready? Let's go ahead and see what kind of baby Sheila is going to have. Oh my gosh, it's so cute! It's so cute! I didn't expect the baby to be so cute! Takir, look at you! You have cracker jaw at least, thank goodness, and unfortunately he's a short-sighted blind little thing. And the predator just vanished! Oh my gosh! Oh gracious, what am I going to do about that? And Seri, just live. Oh no, and Seri's not going to be able to have the baby after all. Oh, because she wasn't cured by her bleeding. We had cured it, but it seems like there was a glitch and her wounds were just too severe. And so now poor little Sakar, his first brush with romance and willing to risk his life against that predator just then is going to end in tragedy because his mate is about to pass away. I'm so sorry, Seri. I was trying really hard to get you there in time, but unless I can magically get a nest under her this turn, she's going to pass away. So we'll see what we can do. Sheila has had her son Takir, excuse me. So let's see, we have Step and Sheila and maybe Safar. I'm gonna name him Safar, kind of like Safari or Jafar if you're gonna go that route. But anyway, little Safar does have ram horns, so he'll have a little bit of attack. He has cracker jaw with recessive poison fangs. He has runner's leg, so at least he has a little bit of collecting even though he has no paw. He can't see very well, but hopefully he'll be able to smell the nuts around him, so we'll have to see how that works. I'm going to move Sheila and have her collect up the grass there and the nut there, and then let's see if I can actually get a nest under Seri before she ends up passing away. All right, yes, okay. I just need 7 more pieces, which may be really, really hard to get in time. All right, Isla, your mate is still alive through some sort of miracle because he didn't end up passing away when that predator showed up out of the blue. But we'll have to see. Oh, yes. Okay, there's another piece. Come on, Sakar. I just need... Oh, is he going to be able to gather up enough pieces? I don't think he'll be able to. Darn, there's not enough grass there either. We need, oh no, it's not gonna happen. Oh, and Tavan, one of our males, is roaming around. Oh, I'm so sorry, Seri. I really wanted you to live long enough to have your baby. And you even got she even got like a whole piece just then. Oh, so we're gonna lose little Seri, but it'll just be a developing point. Somehow Sakar is becoming one of my favorite creatures in the Nestree tribe, even though he has double no paw, and normally everybody is like, no, how could we possibly let this child live? But I like him. He was bold and brave, and he's just very, very attractive and handsome in his own way. So, all right, let's pull back, and we're gonna go ahead and see how the day is going to go. And, oh, there goes Seri. Dang it. I really, really, really didn't want to lose her, but unfortunately we did. So, all right, now what to do? Well, we still have a viable nest. I'm going to scooch little Safar over in just a second. Let's see. So he's going to scooch over here, and he's actually, I love the brown and the black manes that we have on the Nestree tribe. There's something just very striking about that, like, vibrant coloration. And I really love how we're sticking apparently mostly to stripes and spots. So I'm going to go ahead and have Chila gather up a nut there, maybe kick the tree so that her son can help out, and step into the nest. And we're going to have another baby between those two. And since it's them again, I think normal eyesight and cracker jaw is another great thing to try to like guarantee we have. And then let's see, I think little Sakar is sort of stunned. He can't do any collecting either, which kind of is a bit of a bummer. But I think he's sort of stunned and kind of just like going around and searching, and he'll gather up some grass, maybe hunt for some sort of mate. And his mother Isla, oh, look at that. There's some wonderful berries there. We're starting to run a little bit low on food, so I'm going to have those who can start collecting food just focus on collecting food. Did I already have Kirkirtha move? Oh no, he's going to pass away soon. Kirkirtha, this is really hard. This is so much harder now that you have to like worry about nest maintenance, you guys. It's ridiculous. All right, and I'm going to start gathering up food now. I need my females who are really good collectors to focus on food. My males can also be a good collector. Somehow, as I mentioned, like it just seems to be like the boys are the nest material gatherers and the girls are the berry collectors in this tribe. That wasn't really intentional, but I think it's because I had my birds on my brain. All of my Gouldian finches like do that kind of behavior where the males will gather up all of the grasses and nesting material. And the females will be the ones who stay at the nest and like take care of the babies. The males will feed the babies too. But I think because my birds just had babies, which you might occasionally hear chirping at in the background, that's why my head was there. But let's go ahead and see what kind of baby Chila is now going to have with Step. So it seems like they are taking over the tree, and they are the only ones who are really successful, all because of this nest. So I'm really glad we started experimenting with this now, so I can get used to the difficult challenge of having to balance having nesting material and active nest with growing your tribe. So let's go ahead and see what happens next. We have a little girl. Oh no, and we're sick. No, Step, don't be sick. Please, Step, we need you. We really need you. And we have a little female named Rana. And she's got C and B immunity, green and blue eye, recessive. She has cracker jaw and normal eyes, thank goodness. So she has normal eyesight, even if she has some other traits that we definitely want to try to wiggle out from her genetics before time goes on too long. But we'll go ahead and have her mom step to the side and collect up some nuts. And we'll have her dad continue to try to do a little bit of exploring, even though he's not feeling his best. There we go. And we'll go ahead and have Isla. She is continuing to try to gather enough nesting material to have another child, and her mate is helping. But Kirkirtha, oh no, I should have had them breed. Kirkirtha, I didn't realize you were on your last day of life. Oh man, this is so much harder. This is a lot trickier. It's, every time there's a new mechanic like this, it definitely takes me a little bit to get into the swing of things. All right, so let's gather up these berries. At least we're keeping the tribe fed. We will reveal where those berries are. It's so hard when you have to worry about nesting material. And Tavan is probably going to go and try to search out some new creatures himself. So we'll have to see what we're going to end up with, you guys. This is getting tricky. I wonder if Safar would actually make a good mate for some of... Yeah, Savannah! Savannah and Safar would be able to have children. She's got normal eyes and good blood clotting, big body recessive, poison fang recessive, so they might actually have some pretty healthy children. So Savannah may come up and be Safar's mate even though she's a little bit older because they have good immunity genes. And I also think I want to try to keep the creatures on this island, our Nestree tribe, primarily around the savannah, and I want to make them really fast. But once we have, say, maybe like a bunch of nesting material and 100 or so food, we'll probably leave this easier island and pop back over so we can go to the medium island where there's going to be a few more challenges out there. So don't worry, you guys, I do know we're on a bit of an easier island, but man, I really needed it to get used to this nesting material issue. All right, so down here, Sheila is very happy to watch over the big open savanna area that they're exposing and to sit and watch with her children under this tree. There's plenty of food under the tree, and all of her children are being born with cracker jaw, so they have the ability to dig into that. And I wonder if some of their children should start being born with digger paw, because that would really help them out to make the most of this big open land. So maybe we'll start assigning digger paw to the children that these ones will have. All right, let's see how the next day goes. And we did lose him. Oh, I'm so sorry, Isla. I didn't mean to lose your mate. He just ended up dying of old age before I even realized what was happening. And your son will help you move around and like search for food. And I wonder, Sakar, I really do love Sakar. I wonder, would he be a good mate for Rana? They would be good mates. They do have one overlapping immunity, but maybe they'd be good mates. We just would have to try our best to get rid of that no paw. So wiggling away from no paw is going to be one of our biggest challenges with this group, it seems. All right, I'm going to have step over there. I'm going to gather up these nuts. So already Safar is really helping out by sitting on the bunny burrow. Can he attack the bunnies? Yeah, he can attack the bunnies if he needs to. Sitting on the bunny burrow and keeping an eye out on all of the nuts that fall around him, even though he can't see very well. So it's almost like he's using his sense of smell more so. All right, I'm gonna have Chila kick the tree, and I'm gonna go ahead and have these two mate again. And you know what? Let's actually try giving their child, I really want those normalized, but let's try giving their child digger paw. In fact, let's swap it like that and just see what happens if we have a digger paw child instead. All right, and then what's going on down here? Tavan, I really wish you the best of luck in trying to find a mate that you could possibly breed with. So I think I'll go ahead and have Tavan do a bit of exploring over in this side of the savannah area and see if he has any luck over there. And meanwhile, these ladies are just kind of hanging out at the traditional nest site. The berry barrier is what some of you guys were calling this, and I think that's a really great name for it. Oh, Nestree tribe. I'm so worried they won't survive because we only have one nest. We only have one nest. Oh boy, this is a lot harder than I thought it would be. Sheila just died! And the nest is all broken! Oh my gosh! Mikori! Mikori, why do you have hemophilia? She doesn't even have any of the traits we needed. Oh my gosh! Step, your mate just passed away. I am so sorry. I'm sort of in shock. I didn't expect that to happen. But at least we can gather up these nuts. They're like super important. Oh my gosh, this is so much harder than I thought it would be. All right, Savannah, I need to get you. Are you even gonna live long enough? I'm gonna have to get Savannah up here. And she's going to, oh, look, there's nesting material regrowing over here. I didn't notice. Oh, gather that up. Can I repair the nest? I can. Okay, good. We repaired the nest. So Step is taking care of his child, even though things are looking really, things are looking really dubious here in the open grasslands. And then I'm going to have Sakar come down here, gather up nesting material, and I'm going to go ahead, and even though I need to be really careful about these no paws that Sakar is carrying, oh, Savannah, were you not the one I was supposed to have him mate with? Dang it, that was Koana. Alright, or maybe not. I guess he has overlapping immunity with both of them. Alright, so let's go ahead and he's going to mate with Savannah, Sakar and Savannah. I actually really love Sakar now, and they would at least have a child with ram horns, so that's a good thing. And I will have time to change up what's in the mutation menu before we figure out what Sakar's child will be. But I do really love him. I didn't expect to love Sakar so much, but he really showed that he had a lot of bravery, and that predator did end up leaving. All right, I have to keep Step near his child, but I can have him come over and like kick the tree at least. All right, and meanwhile down here, Koana is still busy gathering up all of the berries and a little bit put out. I think she's quite annoyed that there isn't a proper nest down by the berry barrier as there should be. And then over here, Tavan is doing some very exciting exploring on his own. He's still searching for a mate, but he's getting to see fish for some of the first time in the Nestree tribe. Watching the fish go around, he probably doesn't know they're a food source just yet. In fact, he definitely doesn't know because he doesn't have any fishing ability. But he is gathering up nesting material, and he is finding a few stray berries. So hopefully that'll all add up. It is so hard to get nesting material. Oh, we'll have to see what they do with it in the next update. Or we just will have to have creatures definitely parked next to the regrowing patches of the grass for sure. All right, so now we have a very pregnant Savannah. Let's see what kind of babies she might be able to have. There we go. Oh no, Sakar, don't you get sick on me too. You aren't even on a tile that allows you to get sick. Oh dear. All right, we're gonna have little Mikori step over to spend time with her father. Step managed to snag just then another piece of grass. And then Rowana, I'll send over here and she can gather up the nuts from there. And Safar, who was it? Who would be a good mate for you? Savannah would be a good mate with Safar. Okay, so Savannah, you're going to be like a mother figure for just a moment here. Does she have the ability to crack? She does have cracking ability. So I will let her get one berry from here, jump into the nest, and eat a nut. And then hopefully she'll be well rested. And she can actually watch over her little niece, Makori. So Step is going to come over. Yes, and he gathered up some more grass. We have enough for another nest. Oh, I'm so excited. Koana. I should have Koana make the nest. I don't want to really put the nest right in the middle of the swamp tile, and it's kind of nice to have it right here because then the mom can reach for 3 things at once. So I'm going to actually have Koana work her way over and put down the traditional family nest right back where it belongs, and then we'll see about getting her a mate, even if that ends up having to be Tavan, her brother, because we're so low on different creatures that we could have in the area. And actually there's a good chance they would have a normal-eyed child, which would be awesome too. All right, Tavan, let's keep you moving around. I'm gonna have him do just a pinch more exploring over here, and then over here Isla is going to impart whatever knowledge she can to Sakar. Unfortunately, he cannot collect any of the berries that she's gathering, so he'll have to go ahead and just collect up those grasses, and that will be his contribution. And now Isla gets to see her very first grandchild born with Savannah here. So Savannah, you are going to be our new mother. Let's go ahead and see. Now, what are the genetics Sakar has again? We really have to worry about that no paw. The no paw is definitely not something we want to have, and we want to keep an eye on the bad eyesight. But I think digging paw would really be worth it to leave over there. So we're going to see if Savannah can have a good digging paw baby with Sakar. So let's go ahead and see what they have. Oh, hi little cutie. You don't have digging paw, but you're really cute. So little Rala with normal eyesight, normal blood clotting, A and B immunity, and runner's leg, so itty bitty baby, and I'll have to wait till she grows up to be able to get a good view of everything she can do. Rana over here has good cracking, so I'll have her gather up those pieces. Savannah's actually a pretty good creature because she's got some good collecting, so we'll have to see what she does with her baby, but she can actually gather up these nuts too. So I'm going to have her step just right over here. And I think that she really enjoys eating the nuts, so Safar is going to like kick at them and offer her another one. And I think these two, I'm going to have to be so careful on the eyesight, but I think these two will actually have some okay babies because B and F immunity, A and G immunity, black eyes. Yeah, if I'm really careful, then we may be able to have some healthy babies. So let me move eyesight over there. And I think Savannah, she's had a child with Sakar, a really beautiful, we're almost getting like antelopes. That's what they are. We're almost ending up more with antelopes than cheetahs or tigers of the savannah like I thought we would. But I think that Savannah would kind of be intrigued at what kind of baby Safar might be able to provide too. Just because she's the only breedable female we have at the moment. So we've got to work with what we've got. Oh, and Makori can actually do fishing. What? She's a good attacker and she can do decent fishing. I think she would be intrigued by the sound. Oh, speaking of attack. And she found a little berry bush. That is awesome. All right, Step's gonna come over and I think he would go ahead and clear away some of the way for his daughter. He's unfortunately about to pass away, but his daughter Mikori, maybe I should rename her. Let's name her Steppy. There we go. Like, we'll say that she really loved her dad. So Steppy, no, that's kind of a weird name. Stefara? Stefara, maybe. We already have Stefar though. I'm stuck on the same sounds today. I'm sorry, guys. Let's go with Onala. There we go. That's a good one. So Onala will be intrigued by the sounds of the river, and I think she'll spend some time exploring around the river today for sure. Step is going to pass away in just a second. We have such beautiful, beautiful designs and beautiful colors on these creatures this time, but we definitely are moving away from being tigers or cheetahs like I thought we would, and more towards being antelope, because that's what they're starting to remind me of with all these ram horns. So we're going to see what we can make of all of our beautiful antelope-like creatures. All right, and we're going to have Kalana come down, and she is actually going to start gathering up berries over here. And we'll have her brother Tavan scooch over towards her. And I think that they're actually going to become mates because I'm short on possible males who I could mix together. We'll double check that. Maybe Kalana would be better off. Maybe she'd be better off with Sakar. But not really, because Tavan is one of our healthiest males, so it really would be remiss of us to pass up the opportunity to breed with him, though Rana would be a really good mate for him, because she does have different immunity and a few different genetics, so we may send Rana down to Tavan, wandering down here to what will be another nest that we will spread out down this way. So that'll be good for our tribe, I think. And then meanwhile, Sakar, oh yay, he's going to help us out with more exploring. And his mom is going to pass away next turn, unfortunately. So she's going to just rest and kind of watch her son, who everybody in the tribe didn't think was going to make it when he was born because he had no paws and he just wasn't as healthy, and everybody was really concerned that he was going to just die in his youth due to not being able to feed himself. But her son actually has gone so far and has even had a child of his own. So we'll have to see if Sakar ends up with more children. I'm definitely going to rename Nrala. Let's see. We'll name her, Sila, maybe. Yeah, Sila, why not? Let's see. Isla, yeah, kind of like a combination of Sakar and his mother Isla. We're going to name her Sila. So little Sila is going to grow up and as soon as she can run off and be able to play in the grasses with her dad. So I'm really excited to see that. But all right, you guys. So as most of you guys know now, the big secret is out. I am actually on my way to Hawaii for a lifetime trip with Chips. It's going to be awesome. I am going to be working really hard to bring you hopefully a niche episode every single day while I'm gone, which is about 8 solid hours of recording, not counting the processing and uploading and all of that. So I'm going to be working super hard to try to get that up to you guys. I hope it's able to be there. I think the huge downside is if they release the big jungle update for niche in the next day or two, if they don't release it by tomorrow, I'm not going to be able to record it. So we're just going to have to kind of ride it out. We may be with the Nestree tribe and the Janu tribe for a little bit longer than I thought, because the update will come out before I'm able to actually record it. But as soon as I get home, we will be leaving these wonderful stories that we're watching evolve here in the Nestree tribe and the Janu tribe. Thankfully, I know how to swap back and forth between the different update versions, so I would be able to actually continue finishing them, which is really awesome. But we will be starting a jungle tribe as soon as the update is out and I am back home from Hawaii. But until then, I hope you will enjoy the way the stories are really starting to play out. Sakar, I just feel really proud because normally weakness in so many tribes is considered like something where you want to ignore that child, or you just stick them on berry bush duty, or you stick them on wandering duty. But somehow Sakar has just kind of pushed aside all of those assumptions and become a really vibrant charismatic, there we go, member of the tribe. So I hope you guys are enjoying his story. I hope you guys are enjoying the Janu story, all of the other stories that we are going to have, and I will definitely be seeing you for the jungle update as soon as I get back home. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.